What's up, everybody? It's your boy JD back again with another video. You guys know what time it is. It's time to hop back in the Apothecary print, so we're about to go ahead and get into it. See what's in store for us today. But before we do, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Want to take support even further? Patreon link is in the description below. Also, join the Top Game membership and hit the notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a video or go live on the channel. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. Why is that grumpy emperor lying there?
No more whining. It's time to start acting like a man.
Just like my father did. Poor guy.
Training camp now, and we don't rest until we succeed. And we will succeed. Understood? It's time to train.
Dude, bring him down already. Okay. The hell are you doing? You're killing me. My boy at the cafe, putting in work. 6 missed calls. That boy is into it. He like, that boy got 6 missed calls. Aren't you gonna pick up your calls, huh? It's whatever.
There's no room for doubt in this venture.
Game over. I don't believe this. Yes, what is it? That boy even think to pick up the phone. Now you about to run. Okay, see? Just answer the phone, my boy.
We pushed through one wall and now
Let me guess, he was too late?
aren't you curious? Don't you want to know how strong you truly are?
He had to be too late.
Now show me what you can do.
Oh, no. Looked like he made it on time. They didn't cover his face or anything. Snap out of it, you numbskull. Now's not the time to get all mopey over old memories. Alright, let's see. Stroke paralysis. The body's muscles and our controlling nerves are completely out of whack. What happened here? I believe you may obtain answers from him, sire. And who are you? Greetings, your highness. I am Pizarro, his imperial majesty's personal physician. How long has my father been like this? Regrettably, sire, it has been a full night. What? A whole night? And the cause? Yesterday, after his evening meal, his majesty became strangely intoxicated. Somebody tried to poison him. Strangely intoxicated? What do you mean by that? His speech began to slur, and he walked in a wobbly fashion after a single glass of wine. I promptly recommended that he retire early for the night, but when I came in for his majesty's morning checkup, you found him like this. These are the classic symptoms of a stroke. The golden hour was wasted because that man fumbled the treatment. Okay, golden hour is the critical first hour after severe injury or complication when emergency treatment is most effective. But I've been told the emperor had quit smoking and was taking care of himself. But how did he end up like this? And this means the plot progression of the Emperor of the Rune Blade doesn't change at all. Of course, even if the Emperor passes away, the pilot won't follow the original exactly. I'd likely assume the crown instead of the Prince Theodore. But that simply cannot happen. Being the Emperor isn't something you can take so lightly. With a life expectancy of less than 200 days, I can't afford to be hit with such a truckload of work. The Emperor's death is as good as my own. First and foremost, I got to identify the cause of the stroke. My boy saying, nah, not me. We about to fix you. We about to fix you. Please, let it not be a cerebral hemorrhage. Strokes can be broadly classified into two types. One is hermaphroditic stroke, caused by bleeding in the brain due to burst blood vessel. The other is ischemic stroke, caused by blockages from the thrombosis and the atherosclerosis, cutting off blood and oxygen supply to the brain, and generally speaking between the two. Hemorrhagic strokes are more dangerous. Okay, I'm butchering everything. Please. The interaction is an anterior, inferior cerebellar artery area. The bottom line is, it was an ischemic stroke. Luckily, I don't see any significant bleeding. This will likely result in motor impairments and limb coordination issues for him. It's essential to identify which vessel is blocked. Only then will I be able to figure out his recovery changes and possible treatment options. What's this now? This isn't a naturally formed blood clot. Why can't I see any lines of Zahn in the clot? This is impossible. Both logically and realistically, something doesn't add up here. Somebody tried to kill that man, bro. That's easy. There's something fishy going on here. I know it. But the treatment takes priority. Save the Emperor first, then I can come back to the questioning. This place isn't safe anymore. I'll have His Majesty move to the Korean clinic to treat his may all find solace in the divine. Who the fuck are you? Who are you? Your Eminence. Archbishop Breton greets His Highness the Crown Prince. And I, Your Holiness, have you come to provide healing to my father? Yes, sire. I was told my prayers were needed this day, but never did I expect it would be for His Majesty. His condition seems grave, so I'd like to begin right away. Please go ahead. I don't care if it's divine power or whatever. Whatever it is you can muster. So just do it, old man. Dedicated sub-skill, acupoint scanning. The cells are regenerating. So it's working. That's interesting. Interesting that it's actually working, which I ain't mad at it. Normally when brain cells are damaged, good lord, they're almost impossible to regenerate. We just might be able to save the Emperor after all. Please. Please. Don't you dare stop. You keep going. Come on. Don't start that. Get your ass up. Continue. It is done, Your Highness. You've done us a great service today, Your Holiness. Still there. The blood clot hasn't been cleared. It's still blocking the vessel. That's why the brain cells have been dying as soon as they regenerate. What I need to do first is to remove the clot clogging his artery before attempting anything else. Right. Then what's the game plan here? The biggest danger now is a possible reperfusion injury. And that's when the blood flows returns to an area that has experienced, y'all know, the temporary blood supply. Yeah, come on now. All right. The cells and tissues which should normally recover worsen instead. If a reperfusion injury occurs, the area will suffer irreversible damage. Of course. Captain Roberto, summon a court archmage for me. You're like, why? By that you mean Sir Zanetis, or yeah, Zanetis. Please don't tell me. Do you intend to zap His Majesty as well, sire? No. I'm gonna cut open his head. I intend to freeze my father. Yo, what? You heard me. Hey, don't question us. We got a plan here. Don't question our greatness. Hopefully this shit work. I mean, I'm assuming obviously it's going to work because, you know, we don't want to live a life of work. You know, we want to chill. Your Imperial Majesty, I, Archmage Zanetis, have come in answer to your summons. Why he gotta look like that though? Why he gotta get that look though? Goodness, bro. Why he gotta get that look? Talk about unnecessary. What is the meaning of... Let me get this again. Good Prince. You wish for me to use frost magic on His Majesty's body. Precisely. He like, but why? Why do you always throw me under the carriage like this? Oh why, oh why? He like, please tell me you aren't serious. Oh, but I am. Just make sure you control the spell so as not to kill him. Oh, the pressure. Oh, the pressure. For something I've never done. It's really no different from the treatment we carried out on a boy with seizures. But even so, Zanetis, no, we are in dire need of your help. Without your aid, I'm afraid my father's condition would only worsen. Is that the truth, Your Highness? Well, of course, I have no reason to lie to you. Not entirely. Difficult it may be, but not impossible. But should His Majesty end up being in any worse state to begin with, it couldn't be, right? Is he exploiting me just to satisfy his thirst for power? Am I being used as a pawn to take the Emperor's life? Nay, of course not. The Prince's actions up until now tell me that he isn't a vicious megalomaniac. Instead, he has spent all his time holed up in this palace, tending to patients from all walks of life. The more I think about it, the more peculiar his actions have been, knowing that I think I'll trust his bizarre command once more. As you wish, Your Highness. Great. Your trust is much appreciated. Now we can get this treatment underway in full force. Quilbert walking in there like the big dog, bro. Like, yeah, what's up? What's good? Hoping to borrow some more quills again today. Will you be cool with that? He like, I got you, bro. The prep work is done. No, wait. One final addition would make this perfect. Oh, holy blessing spell. Hey man, get your old ass up. Get your old ass up, man. We got work to do. Anybody say you done? I have something to ask Archbishop. Please ask away, sire. About the blessing spell used earlier, would you cast another? Oh, would another cast be possible in, let's say, 3 or 4 hours from now? It grieves me to say this, but I'm afraid that is not. Why is that the case? A blessing can only be cast once per month. I see. Had I known, I would have had him save the spell for the treatment. I just have one more question. Is it possible for me to learn the spell from you? It might be a hell of a challenge, but once I get it under my belt, it'll be incredibly useful in the long run. Combining the principles of Korean medicine with the spell of blessing will make it far easier to attain bonus lifespans. Does that mean His Highness wishes to devote himself to the faith? To the what? It is an excellent question, sire. No, not faith, just blessing, please. The fact is, faith is the divine. Faith in the divine is closer than you think. It's not different for someone of noble birth like you, me. A holy blessing, which can seem like a distant, incomprehensible concept, is in truth accessible to all who seek it. As long as you have a devout heart and the will to act, that is. You must distance yourself from any thoughts of romance. There must be no physical contact, not even holding hands with anyone. Also, you mustn't speak or make eye contact with any member of the opposite sex for more than 3 seconds. Furthermore, you mustn't stay in the same room or breathe in the same air with them for over 3 minutes. Instead, devote your attention and affection away from the worldly love towards faith. 30 years of commitment is all that is required, sire. They like, bro, that's a little much. It is a mere drop in the bucket in the face of our blessed everlasting faith. A drop in a bucket, my ass. By sticking to this practice, you'll gain the power of the holy blessing. How does that sound? It's really not all that bad, isn't it? Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself, my boy. That's what I would say. I'll be like, you know what? Speak for yourself. Knock yourself out with that, old man. Forget I asked. Right. I'd be like, you know what? I'll figure out another way. Your Highness, it's never too late. It's just a start. Oh, let's just start the treatment. He like, you know, forget it, bro. Forget it. You're doing too much. You're doing way too much. The best way to mitigate the damages of a reperfusion injury is by reducing the body's metabolic rate as much as I can. We can curtail any rapid cellular changes with that, thereby minimizing potential tissue damage. There's nothing more efficient in achieving that effect than lowering the body temperature within a safe range. Cryotherapy. As the body cools, the entire system metabolism slows down. His heart rate slowing, and so is his breathing. That's enough. Now we hold this state. Here's your tranquility pill that had been melted in advance. This should help dissolve the blood clots. Can't afford any mistakes from here, not even by the slightest margin. The clots are beginning to dissolve. Speed is the name of the game now. No telling what other complication might arise in the meantime. The acupoint that signifies the source of the meridian associated with coldness is the Sungyu point. The upward shift in ki delivered through the point will spread throughout the entire stomach meridian. That's by the gods. And I must wait until that process is complete. The mana has spread outward, right, and that's my cue. Next job is to regulate the blood flow to the anterior inferior cerebellar artery. Whew. If too much blood rushes at once, any damaged areas of the blood-brain barrier will burst from the reperfusion, which is why this process has to be absolutely flawless. Okay, one more time, just as fast. Do you and Hangquan points. The mana is reacting to the stimulation. It's faint, but it's rippling outward. Your Majesty. The blood flow has slowed down by approximately 20%. There's yet hope if we can keep it at this rate. As for the rest, only fate and the Emperor's life force. Please let it be different from that time. Having the memories again. Please wake up. I promise, Dad. I promise I'll be good. And I'll be down. I pray so desperately. But in the end, my father never woke up. Unlike his cold, lifeless hand, the urn felt warm. If only I could grasp his hand one more time, just once. Just once is all I ask. I must have dozed off. Well, it looked like it worked. He's awake? It's you. Thank you, child. So that means we get whatever we want? Lachiel, my son. But I'm not your son, though. Don't mention it, Father. Now, please, you must get back to rest. I can't bear it any longer. I'll be back in a moment. He's about to cry or jump for joy. Or both. Or both. Had I picked up the call a little earlier on that day, had I gotten there just a bit sooner, it was nothing you could have done, my boy. But at the very least, it was nothing you could have done about your father. I mean, that's just unfortunate things that happen. But he was able to save your father in this life. I wasn't late this time. I'm so sorry, Dad. No, you gotta snap out of it, buddy. Can't be sinking into the blues now. Things could go south fast if I lose my cool. Just barely overcame a major hurdle, and there are bigger challenges ahead. Plus, there's no guarantee of an secondary or... Jesus Christ. Okay. Tertiary complication arising. I also need to prepare a rehab plan depending on any lasting damage to his body. If he can hold out for a month, we'll be able to use the Archbishop's blessing. Might even look at a full recovery then. You have treated the patient with utmost care using cryotherapy, impeccable acupuncture, and the application of Minotaur Bazaar Tranquility Pill. Jesus Christ. Asterion Testarossa Magentano has endured the worst of the illness and is no longer in a life-threatening condition. He may now look forward to a rehabilitation and recovery. In the course of this treatment, you have become the first in the history of the continent of Lachiel to introduce the concept of reperfusion injury. Thus, you have left your mark on the annals of Lachiel medicine. Reperfusion injury will now be recorded in the future medical textbooks across Lachiel. Man, I got enough to study already. Who the freak discovered this illness? Future medical students will curse your name as to despair over the increased scope of their exams. You have required great doctor points. Okay. We had 222. 2 vouchers. Well, that's certainly a cherry on top. Sire, His Highness has saved us both. This incident made me realize how incompetent I am as a physician, how arrogant and complacent I have been. Realized it, have you? Yes, sire. And I appreciate it if you held yourself accountable accordingly. What? Oh, you weren't expecting that. You thought we were going to say it's okay? You failed to even identify the cause when my father was on the verge of death. And again, failed to administer appropriate treatment and care. Tell me I'm wrong. But that's what? There's only one thing to be done. Own up to your failures. Enough with your excuses. You're on probation, effective immediately. I will personally attend to His Majesty's care for the time being. And honestly, this man's far too incompetent. Royal Chamberlain, you are to ensure the news of the Emperor's condition remains strictly secret. Everyone, you are dismissed. My father requires uninterrupted peace and quiet. As you command, Your Highness. I'm on the fence not only about his skills, but his loyalty to the throne. Right, he could have poisoned our boy. You don't even know. He could have poisoned him. I still think you poisoned him, bro. Or somebody tried to poison him. Your Highness. What is it? It's just about what His Highness assigned me last night. Right, have you made sure all the lifts were sealed at the palace? Of course, sire. The public has not been notified that His Majesty is merely resting due to a severe cold, and a list of people who know the truth. Man, I'm beat. Only His Highness, myself, and those present during the treatment. Thank you, and good work. However, looks like you got something else to add. The thing is, the ambassador from the Kingdom of Amboise, has been requesting an audience with His Majesty since this morning. Bro, then if we're gonna slap somebody, bro. Somebody gonna get slapped. Tell him to wait. Tell him he gonna wait. Tell him we're gonna take it to rain check. We're gonna call him when we're ready. The Kingdom of Amboise. Is it Amboise? Or let's go with Amboise. Despite a short history of just over 150 years, it's rapidly rising as a major power shaking up the world order. In just a few years from now, it'll ignite a great war, wiping out the Imperial House of Magentano. and an empire will buckle beneath the might of the Emboy's dynasty. Why does the ambassador Emboy seek an audience with the emperor? The truth is, sire, His Majesty himself summoned an ambassador 5 days ago. It can't be right. Could it possibly involve the one called Guinness? Or Guinness? Was he planning to reprimand the man for his failure to control the captive Minotaur and the ensuing chaos that followed? It's as you say, Your Highness. His Majesty was enraged when he learned of the incident and extended a formal invitation to the Ambrosian ambassador to discuss the matter of demand accountability. This ain't going to end well. And that day happens to be the day. Perhaps it would be wise to offer our apologies to the ambassador and send him on his way. What? Just send him right back? The man suggests maintaining the facade that His Majesty has come down with a cold. Dismiss the ambassador after formally summoning him to give him a piece of his mind. It will be difficult to call him back once we send him away today. Plus, the meeting's a no-go because of something lame as a cold. They're gonna know something's really up. Might even begin to question the Emperor's health. Right, that's unfortunately that's a sign of weakness. And we can't afford to show weakness, especially if they gonna fucking bounce our ass in the future. In the future, if they're like our rivals and gonna tear us down, we definitely can't show weakness in front of them. We're talking about a potential enemy, a nation we could be fighting a war with for years. Nope, not gonna happen. I'll meet with the man. Sire? I said I'll grant him an audience in my father's place. But I'll do it my way. Yeah, that's probably the best bet. Count Benjamin. He looked like a little snake too, I ain't gonna hold you. That crooked good-for-nothing merchant made me drag myself all the way here. If the Crown Prince had died back then, we'd probably be in the middle of a war by now. This is shaping up to be a rough meeting. However, I mustn't sell myself short. I'm Benjamin, a great master of diplomacy. I got so many tricks up my sleeve, I can tackle any surprise the Emperor may throw my way. All my cards are lined up, ready to play. Oh gosh, Count Benji. You positively irresistible man, you. Bring it on, oh Empire of Magentano. Yeah, you gonna get something, alright? My apologies for the delay. I trust you haven't been kept waiting long. Not in the slightest. What in the world? The Crown Prince. Where's his daddy-o? Not daddy-o. How rude of me. Greetings, Your Highness. Keep it cool, Benji. I am Count Benjamin, Ambassador of Amboys. As someone not versed in the art of diplomacy, there are only two courses of actions available to me. Firstly, stay humble and play it close to my chest. Please take a seat, sir. And secondly, it's good to finally meet you. Steer this encounter toward my own area of expertise and assume control. And all our war must be prevented at all costs. That is to ensure my high royal life, dripping in lavish riches and good until my latter years. Your Highness, concerning the matter at hand, Ambassador, you ought to take better care of your health, sir. Am I not right? Stupefied. What? He wasn't expecting that shit. Would you be so kind as to extend your left hand forward for me? Like this? No, don't be shy. All the way out so I can reach it. But, why exactly? Like, give me your goddamn hand. Okay. I bet you wake up every day as if a heavy fog is over your head, right? What is he doing? Yes, how'd you... Wait, no, I don't understand what you... And I'd hazard a guess and say the muscles around your neck are chronically tense and you're no stranger to headaches. Why, yes, but if you could release my hand first, and if I'm not mistaken, you enjoy drinking and smoking, yes? There he goes again, pelling his snake oil. Look at him, fellas. Plus, it's a struggle to keep your eyelids up. Sorry, if I may, I didn't come here for. And I detect a faint, persistent tremble at the tips of your fingers. Something's not right here. I'm being roped into the prince's opening gambit. Curses. I'm here to meet the emperor, not you. Your Highness, please. The negotiation cards I prepped in advance mustn't go to waste. But this prince is... He just won't stop talking. Your Highness, I've journeyed a long way to meet your father, the Emperor of Magentano. You think you can take control away from my hands? I don't think so, you old fox. Count Benjamin, may I remind you that you have been empowered by your king and sent here, which makes you a valuable, distinguished guest to us. By all measures, you represent the entire royal house of Ambos. You like that is true. That is true. But I couldn't help but notice some concerning signs about our esteemed guest's well-being. So, is that really that much of an annoyance, sir? If something were to happen to your health, and God forbid you collapse here, the world will point their fingers at our royal house. And to that, that can't be allowed. No, sir. Absolutely, positively not. Please, Ambassador, let's hear your thoughts on that. He like, yeah, you ain't got shit to say on this. I already know it. Surely, not of course. He like, I've been had. Yep, you're done. You're cooked, bro. You're cooked. In that regard, I'd like to offer you some simple advice. You must cut down on your drinks and smokes and exercise for at least 30 minutes a day. Only then will you avoid my father's fate. What? What could he mean by that? Your guess is probably right, sir. The truth is, he has been unwell since yesterday. Oh, what ails him? The Emperor has fallen ill. A severe cold, it seems. Much to my dismay, he's been overworking himself. And the stress seems to have made him reach for the bottle and pipe more than usual. I can only speculate, of course, but with his appetite at an all-time low from a mere cold, it wasn't so difficult to put two and two together. So that's why he sent you in this place. Yes, precisely. His Imperial Majesty sincerely apologizes and wishes to invite you to a separate luncheon at a later date. Even if what he says is true, I didn't expect him to be so upfront about it, not to mention the formal apology and the offer of consolatory luncheon. The outright honesty leaves me no anchors to attack. With the Crown Prince personally appearing and demonstrating such sincerity and transparency, any attempt to challenge him will only undermine my own position. He has effectively removed a negotiation card from my deck. However, I do have other trap cards in place. One thing's for sure, this boy is no pushover. And I got one more thing to inform you. I had no idea His Highness possessed such noble intentions. You flatter me, sir. What the hell did they talk about? Rest assured, I shall deliver this letter to my king without fail, sire. How did it go, by the way? Was it a success? Well, you could say that. It was a success, whatever it was. By the looks of it, a grand success, perhaps. Thankfully, the man was receptive to my sincerity. Your sincerity. From you, that's just another word for bamboozlement. I need you to do something for me. What will His Highness have me do? An operation of the utmost secrecy. I don't know what it is, but I feel bad that he's about to make him do it. That's all. Don't know what it is, but I feel bad he's about to make him do it. But that's it for today's video, man. Hope you guys enjoy. You did, make sure to drop a like, sub to the channel. Let me know what you guys think about everything that happened in the comment section below. Also, you guys want to keep on me, Twitch, Twitter, Discord, links, all of that is in the description as well. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace.